Hello dear students. Today we'll continue chapter number 6 of our English grammar book, Essentials of English Grammar and Composition. And name of the chapter is verbs. And as we have already read the definition of verb means a word which is used in a sentence to denote an action or being or possession. So here today we'll read one more classification of verb, that is strong and weak verbs, and it is dependent upon the parts of verb like present tense, past tense and past participle. Now what are strong verbs and what are weak verbs? Strong verbs form their past tense by adding ed or d or t to the present. Means if these words or either of these words are added to the present tense to form the past tense of a verb, then it is known as weak verb. Like laugh, laughed. Here we have added ed to the present tense to make past tense. Receive, received. Here we have added d to the present tense to form past tense. Learn and learned. Here we have added t to the present tense to form past tense. So such kind of verbs are known as weak verbs. Now strong verbs. Strong verbs form their past tense by changing the inside vowel or vowels of their present tense, like come, came, know, knew, speak, spoke. In come, we are having o as vowel. To form past tense, we have changed o into a, another vowel, so it is strong verb. Know, knew. Here we are also having o as vowel in present tense, and in past tense we have changed o into e, that is also another vowel, and now past tense is new, so it is also strong verb. But look at some other verbs: buy, bought, catch, caught, tell, told. Now look at, in these verbs the inside vowel has been changed to form the present tense, but along with that we have also have do or d or t as a final word. So such verbs are also called weak verbs. We are having two changes. We did two changes in these words. First we change the vowel, then we have added d or t or ed also. Such verbs are also known as weak verbs. There is a very simple way to remember it, that whether the given verb is weak or strong, if in the past tense of the verb there is a final word as t or t that is not found in the present tense, it is a weak verb. Now look at these strong verbs. Here we are having present tense, past tense and past participle. You have to read these strong verbs and get them learned, because our exercise number 1, 2 and 3 are dependent on these strong verbs and weak verbs. You have to read out like bent, 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 bring, brought, brought, built, built, built. You have to read out these verbs twice or thrice, then you will be able to remember them and use them properly in exercise number 1, 2 and 3 of the chapter, where you have to fill the blanks with past participle or past tense or with the present tense according to the demand. Now the following verbs have the three forms alike, like bet, 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 hit, 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 hurt, hurt, hurt. These verbs you have to remember, of which present tense, past tense and past participle are same. Now some troublesome verbs. As a name is itself indicating that it would create trouble to the user, like bone, bone. Their pronunciation is almost same, but their meaning is different. That's why their use is also different. Like born means to give birth and borne means to carry. So their past tense and past participle are also different. So you have to remember in these troublesome verbs their meaning, the meaning of the words. Hung and hanged. Hung means to suspend someone, and hang means to put to death by tying a rope around the neck. So their meaning are different. So their uses are also different. Now look at more troublesome words. Lie. Lie is having two meanings: to rest or to speak falsely. If we are using it in the sense of to speak falsely, then lie, lied, lied. But if we are using lie as to take rest, then lie, lay, laid. Now another troublesome word is fell. Fell is also having two meanings, and it depends upon the sentence. Sa. Rise, raise. Rise means to get up, raise means to lift. Now formation of verbs. We will learn how to form a verb. Verb can be formed in two ways: by nouns or from adjectives. Nouns are naming words and adjectives are the words which are used to tell the quality of noun or pronoun. So, we can form the verbs by adding prefixes or suffixes to nouns or adjective. Look at these words. Able. We will add en prefix to this word and the verb will be formed unable. An is a prefix here which will be added in the given words: courage, dear, large, circle, danger, joy, sure, and we will be able to form verb like enable, encourage, endear, enlarge. So this is how we are forming a verb by using prefixes, by adding prefixes in the word. Now we can also add suffix like en, ise, broad, broaden. We have here added en suffix, dark, darken. Here the newly formed word is a verb. IAC or IZD, apology, apologize, critic, criticize, real, realize. This is how we are forming verb by adding suffixes or prefixes to nouns or adjective. There are some other words also which can be added: FY or others like THE, ANY, NE, like fresh, refresh, sale, sell, tail, tell, cloth, cloth. This is another way of forming verbs.